pate, Ohio pate, not flambe, Ohio flame, move my piece, Ohio game, horse head, Ohio Maine, big cow, Ohio made, small cow, Ohio shame, best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, that's great, best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, that's great, my car I'm rolling out is shaped like Ohio, my bar I'm rolling out is shaped like Ohio, my dog Ohio, my hog Ohio, my bong Ohio, this song Ohio, best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, that's great, best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, that's great, best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, that's great. That's great. That's great.
Crudball. Ohio shape. The best Crudball album.
Best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, that's great, best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, that's great, square tray, Wyoming tray, best shape, Ohio tray, your face, shit face, my face, Ohio shape, every day, Ohio day, whey protein, Ohio whey, cow protein, Ohio steak, Ohio cow, that's great, best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, that's great, best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, that's great.
That's great. Ohio shape. Shape like Ohio. I'm fucking excited.
Eat food, Ohio place, stone roof, Ohio slate, not pate, Ohio pate, not flambe, Ohio flame, move my piece, Ohio game, horse head, Ohio Maine, big cow, Ohio made, small cow, Ohio shame, best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, that's great, best state, Ohio.
Are we there? I think so. You can hear the cars in the background because, despite turning up the sensitivity on these mics for the authentic ASMR experience, I live in a loud environment where people drive loud cars, so it's not really going to work. Also, if you've been to these streams very often, then you'll know that it is very hard for me to be quiet, because I am a very loud person. Welcome in Panis, welcome in Bodega, welcome in Watchmakering, and welcome in LX. Also welcome in Koneko, an unlisted name. This is probably the first important educational stream that I will ever put out. It is a very special theme today. Today, I will be teaching you. This is a how-to stream. I guess most of my streams are DIY, but this is a specific how-to. How to commit tax fraud. I'm not here. Don't worry about it. Welcome in, Lika and Rillian. How's it going? I hope you're having a good day. I hear writing, but I don't see anything. What do you mean you don't see anything? The fuck? That doesn't even work. I'm watching the stream, so I know the stream is working. As far as, actually streaming. Me neither. Is the camera frozen? Oh, wait. The camera is frozen. I was like, the stream, it's working just fine, you sillies. Turns out, I am in fact the bamboozler. I was writing the title of today's stream. My apologies, the camera is frozen. Sometimes it does that. It's because I forgot to turn it on, but just ignore it. It's fine. It's fine. Twitch doesn't want you to commit tax fraud. I can't believe the feds are already here. They won't show up for at least an hour, I'd figure. Oh, not only will will I show you some of the basics of tax fraud, which is actually quite simple. It's a simple, fun activity that you can do at home at your own risk. I'm in to file my taxes, so this is useful. Excellent. I'm hoping I can help everyone out this tax season with the important facts. We can also go over, let's see, how to launder money. That's another important skill. That's actually the opposite of tax fraud. You can't really stack these things, because if you're laundering money and you're also defrauding your taxes by not reporting all your workable income, you'll get audited anyway and found out for the laundering. So it doesn't really work. Audit speedrun incoming. No, I assure you, my methods are flawless. I have never done my taxes. Koneko, I think you're winning above all else. You haven't even been audited yet? Congratulations. You have beat the feds yet again. Oh, we can also go over basics of running a Ponzi scheme. I think that's how you spell it. What else can we do here? ASMR on tax evasion? Okay, let's get, for educational purposes, let's clarify something right now. Tax evasion is a little bit different than tax fraud. See, tax fraud is when you lie to the government so that you don't have to pay taxes on all your money. Tax evasion is what Koneko does, where they just don't pay anything at all. Tax fraud is something where getting audited, you can maybe edit your files to get out of some stuff. But tax evasion, they're just going to catch you. We're professionals here. We can't do this basic tax evasion. Tax evasion's when you go to another country to get out of the taxes. How to come up on top when gambling, not necessarily legal. Another excellent topic we can cover today. How to always win at gambling. Now that one I don't have as much experience with, but I can, extrapolate out some basic tactics. I've always wanted someone to whisper to my ear how not to do my taxes. Then this is the stream for you. How fitting. Today's a very special day. It's the day of the year when everyone starts doing their taxes. So I figured this would be a timely stream to put on the schedule. We could also do, let's see, I always went gambling. We can do, I was going to say how to anonymously send money, and then into how to run a crypto scam. We can roll that one in. I was going to say that's part of tax fraud, but it's still relevant as its own independent topic here. So, how to create a crypto scam. Best ways to shred a W-2. Oh no, that's quite easy to do. You can always shred your W-2. Now, the trick is that wherever you work, you have to bribe the person who runs the records so that they also shred their records of your W-2. Otherwise, when you get audited, you're going to get caught. Crypto is not a Ponzi scheme. It's a little bit different. So, do you want me to start with basics of running a Ponzi scheme? It sounds like something you might be interested in starting. So, let's actually, before we get into the tax fraud, maybe we should start with the Ponzi. Now, my man Ponzi was an actual individual. He was alive in the 1930s. So his original scheme had his name attached because it didn't have the connotations that we have today. Being paid in cash is always fun. Okay, that's the easiest way. We're getting off topic. Maybe we should start with, start with the tax fraud, but someone brought up the Ponzi scheme. Let's go directly into Ponzi scheme. What do you mean this is an ASMR? Also, welcome in, Bunarapuni. How's it going? This is very much relaxing ASMR. Do you want me... What the fuck? You're interrupting my ASMR, you fucker. Who the shit are you? I know that's Fist. Fist, get the fuck in here. Okay, sorry. That was a slight... that was a slight distraction. Ah, Genie, welcome. Where's the shitty Xbox mic and you telling me to make me a sandwich? Oh yeah, that's the true ASMR experience. Listen, I'm just going to teach you some useful life skills that you can use later down the line. I fucking knew he wouldn't have it muted. Shut the fuck up. Do you know how much stuff I had to get ready before the stream? I had to bolt all my doors. I had to lock all my windows. I knew the feds would be watching this one. And I had to hold them at bay for as long as possible. You will give me $5 and I will return you $7.50. That sounds like an excellent idea. That's exactly how this worked. Someone whispering me to shut the fuck up. You will not believe. So, if you have watched my streams for literally just one of them, then you're probably well aware that I'm very loud, and being quiet enough to do this is quite difficult. I'm constantly fighting my urge to yell. I don't actually just do it for stream. It's legitimately just how I am. And reported. No, don't report the grabbers. If you're a fucking snitch, we don't want your kind in this stream. We're going to be teaching you many things that the government doesn't want you to know, because they are oppressive, and also they don't support crimes against the uninitiated. I just need that safety ASMR after Intruder came to facility. I was like, what the hell? Okay, well, I can show you some useful tools for dealing with intruders afterward. Ooh, how to rig booby traps might also be a useful thing for this. Did you know that's actually illegal? You are not allowed to booby trap your own things. If someone is stealing your lunch at work and you poison it, you will be on the hook for their death. This is bullshit. You should be able to poison whoever you want, whenever you want. But unfortunately, the feds won't let us. We'll say, why is this marker dying? I should have gotten the other one. Oh well. Basics of... How do you spell booby trapping? I think that's how you spell it. Someone will tell me I'm wrong, I'm sure. If you dump enough ghost pepper in there to burn them from the inside out, you're still safe. Actually, you can get nabbed for that as well. Maybe the booby trapping one should be the first one. And normally I would spin a wheel to determine this, so that I don't have to... What about bear traps? Also, you get in trouble. Basically, if you load your food with ghost pepper, you would think you can get away with that. But if you don't prove that you can eat that much on your own, then they can actually sue you for that. Which, lawsuit is technically not getting in trouble with the law. You can sue someone for anything. But you'll have various... I think it's a tort, which is a thing you can use to sue someone, but it's not actually illegal. It's just something you can use as an argument in a lawsuit. And that's one of those. But actual booby trapping is legitimately illegal, and not just something you can get sued for. I use my Carolina Reaper sauce with long fuse for shitty coworkers. Hey man, if you can brave the spice, that's how you deal with it. Booby. Also, welcome in Fisty. How dare you call me while trying to start the stream. 12b6, they have no proof. Okay, that's actually true. I think there was a case for this. I remember this being a thing. I'm kind of pulling off distant memories here, but there was an actual court case where someone put a lot of spice in their food to try to punish a coworker who was stealing food, and then they actually got in trouble for it. And I think to win, they had to prove that they could actually eat the food that they had in there. I don't know what happens if you throw the food away. Do you have to recreate it with an equal amount of sauce? I'm not sure. Can I come in someone's shampoo? No. Floop, welcome in. The only VIP of the stream. Today, I'm teaching you how to be a bastard. Which one of these? Actually, Floop, since you're the esteemed villain among us, I can't say the word Among Us anymore. It's fucking cursed, bro. Would you like to choose which of these we go over first? Because that will define the direction we go. I mean, you can Yeah, but I mean, you can get in trouble for it. Among Us? Yeah, it's the funny Among Us. It's the funny sus word. How about how to mute Discord notifs? Shut the fuck up, Fisty. You are a menace that somehow never goes outside the law. Don't shout out that square VHS bastard Floop into agony. I didn't say shout him out. How dare you? No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. How to launder money? Alright, that's actually a good one to start with. So, let's say you have a side business that's producing you money that you need to hide from the government. Let's say you're making that good snack, that street glass, that pipe candy, that... How many names for this can I even come up with? That fresh shard. Ow, I kicked the desk. And you need, basically, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. That CIA salt. Basically, let's say you're manufacturing meth in your basement and you're selling it on the street in between 22nd and 23rd in the back alley behind the dumpster. And you need to hide, you're making a few thousand a year on this, and you need to hide that income from the feds. Well, actually, if you're doing that, you're likely getting cash payments. So money laundering isn't actually that important. But let's say you level up and you got some real Walter White shit going on, where you got like multiple organizations involved, you're like mass producing. Okay, now you can no longer just keep all your money on the black market. You gotta actually use it for real things. Ooh, how many bits to eat the paper? Oh, Ed, welcome in. Ooh, I should probably have muted, actually, let me do that right now. I should probably mute notifs for the ASMR stream. What paper? This paper? 400 bits and I'll eat the paper. Speaking of hustle, this is how you really hustle. I do want to become a street pharmacist. Well, if you want to become... Ooh, this marker is so much better. Maybe if I did more successful schemes, I would be able to buy better markers. Okay. So money laundering is necessary when you have money that you need to hide. How do you spell necessary? Necessary when you... What the fuck was that? When you make money. I only have 5 for some reason, but here, you earn this. Thank you so much for the 5 bits. I appreciate you. He's gonna have so many spelling errors. Listen. I teach you how to commit the tax fraud. You teach me the English language. That's how it works here. When you make money, you need to hide. Now, when you're the small-time dealer that's just, dealing the occasional little crack sack behind the dumpster, you don't actually need to do full-scale money laundering, right? I should have probably inverted the camera so that you can see my text, right? Whatever. You don't actually need to do full-scale money laundering. You can just spend the money, on the black market. A few $1,000s a year will likely go unseen by the government. They're not really going to notice that, especially since it's all going to be cash payments. But let's say your enterprise takes off to the point where you're making 5 figures, you want to buy cars, you want to maybe put it towards a house. That's when you need the professional money laundering. So, the basic premise of money laundering is you create a business and you create fake transactions to that business. And then the fake transactions that you created, you're effectively paying yourself money. Are you going to do my audit with me when I get caught by a random technicality? No. I will take no responsibility for any advice that I give. Ooh, school for tax evasion and kids who want to commit other crimes. Yeah. The crime's good too. That's my, I'm opening that in Ohio right now. What would be the best Ohio city to open my crime school in? What's the dumpiest city? I'm going with Toledo. Of all the cities that I've been in Ohio, Toledo is the one that is the shittiest, I think. most consistently. Paper can't tell me what to do. The Constitution says you have rights. Always thought money laundering was putting it in the washer. Well, I mean, you can also do so. I once laundered a 5 accidentally when I left the tucked my jeans. You buy Twitch gift cards with cash at Target and then buy bits with it and send it to yourself. So here's the problem. When you're buying large quantities of gift cards with cash, they'll actually log that transaction. For that matter, there's the $10,000 rule. This is an actual rule for anyone in the US not aware. Any deposit you make over $10,000, $10,000 or higher to an official bank will get logged by the bank and reported to the government. This is specifically to prevent you from selling your street smack and then just depositing it and building up a massive account. This is like one of the main ways you can get caught with that, but really only if you deposit it all at once. This is just why once you get to this level of scale, you really need to leverage money laundering. There aren't any good cities in Ohio. Shut the fuck up. If you're suspicious, they can report numbers under. Yeah. So like if you make like 3 transactions, if you do like 3x of like 9,000, they're gonna be like, this guy's trying to get around the $10,000 rule. And that shit's gonna get reported. Also, just acting sus in general at the bank. If they look at your record, they're going to get they can report you to the government. Basically, the bank is not your friend. I'll write that here. The bank is your enemy, except when they're giving you a loan. But that also requires money laundering to get reported you to the Roblox admins. No, don't. Male sensually speaking to a mic, never going to catch on. Newtonia, welcome in. Also, this is not a sensual ASMR. I don't know what you're talking about. This is an educational and informative seminar on how to cheat the government. Remember, it is not only always ethical to cheat the government, it is unethical not to cheat the government. The bank is your enemy. And so, this entire scheme is to fool it and the feds that they feed. So basically, here's your basic steps. Create a shell company. Actually, you could technically watch Breaking Bad and learn how to do money laundering. It's really that easy. But let's say instead you don't have actual capital to buy a business to fake transactions through. You can set up an online business to do this, though you will need multiple accounts to feed into that. It makes it a lot harder to do so like in an in-person business, you just disguise it as cash transactions. But when you do an online business, you can no longer take that route of disguising it as cash transactions. Have you checked your government waiting stuff? I checked it like 2 days ago, and the site was broken. So maybe I'll check again today. Fucking Gordon Freeman was caught. It was a drunk guy with a crowbar giving me the heart attack. I can laugh at that. The note line says, for drugs, they will ask questions. The memo line says, not for drugs, they will also ask questions. You cannot win. That's the thing with the bank, man. They always get you. This is why I own a mattress store. Okay, yeah, I was going to say, if you have create a shell business, cash payment options, preferred. I don't know how to spell preferred. Close enough. Who owns every mattress store in Ohio? Brother, there's like 20 mattress stores in just the town that I live. I don't know how they keep going. Actually, I do know how they keep going. They've likely attended my last seminar. Cash payment options are preferred, but also you want it to be something that doesn't get huge amounts of actual traffic or your earnings are going to look absurd. So mattress stores, very good. Specialty grocery stores also. Let me tell you, grocers. It's actually hard for me to talk while writing these down. I don't know why. Can I have a free mattress? I've been using a secondhand one from an Australian student, please. Real talk for 1 second. I only upgraded from mattress on the floor like last year. I still haven't upgraded from used mattress I stole from someone else. I will not support the mattress store industry. There are too many of them and they must die. Chat buys like a hamburger shaped bed. Uber driver's a little tricky. You would have to say they're cash tips, but if you're making 5 figures, you're gonna be like, wait, really? You got $25,000 in cash tips on Uber? Like, I don't know if that's gonna work. What if you built a bed on stream? Well, I did actually get a bed. It's just that I owned a house for over 2 years before I slept on a bed. You know, it's order of priorities here. What's another store that's popular for? It's not mattress stores. You can do pawn shops, but those actually get looked into. Smoke shops or head shops also, like, because of the regulation aspect of that gets looked into by the government. You want a business that's so unassuming the government isn't going to look at it. You don't want to sell any alcohol or tobacco or firearms because the government looks at those a lot. They're controlled by the ATF. Food trucks are actually an incredible option, especially because so many people pay cash at one of those. Same with like hot dog stands and such. Surplus industrial hardware store. That could technically work. Wait, so you're telling me that sweet granny who owns the specialty stores down the street is a money launderer? Yes. Also, those antique stores you see, all money laundering. All owned by old people. Little did you know, that granny's selling the wacky tobacco out the back of the nursing home. I'm sorry you had to find out this way. Dispensary is a cash business. Okay, well, see, here's the thing with the dispensary. The dispensary is very, monitored by the government. So, yes, it's a cash business. Same with, general head shops are often bought with cash because people don't want, tobacco warehouse and bong supply on their credit card statement. They want to hide that from whoever. So a lot of people do pay cash at those places, but the government is deeply in them. So you don't even mess with it. You want nothing the government wants to look at extra carefully. What if we just stuff bodies with cash like a lockbox for later? A genius idea. I think you need to do your own seminar. Avoid controlled substances. The Gov checks those. Idea, sex dungeon. Okay, so you could probably get away with that, but strip clubs, sex dungeons, anything like that also gets government attention. You don't want any association with any kind of legally questionable things. We got a position, Ed. Oh no. Strip club with a juice bar. The juice bar would be better on its own than the strip club because then no one's going to check you. No one suspects the juice bar. Oh, I will say another good one, tan salon, or just salons in general. Though I will say, with a salon, you have to be careful because there is a set number of customers you can have in a day. So if you're laundering through, the actual way that you would make that profitable is to like just have a real shit one that has like one person running the whole thing, but then overestimate everything. Stay safe, Uwu. Blessy, welcome in. How's it going, Chico? We're learning some of the important facts of life here. Lemonade stand. Don't you fucking dare make a Ducks of the lemonade stand reference. What about leaving a few real businesses to disguise your made up stuff? Okay, so that's once you get into like mega empire, right? Because like when you start out, one business is probably enough to hide some 5-figure sum. But if you start getting into the 6-figure sums, now you need much more businesses. Now, granted, if you start getting into the 7-figure sums, now you're just a normal rich person and they don't pay taxes anyway. So you can hide it through much more legit ways. It's a little bit of a loop. There's like shell companies, baby. Yo, the back of this paper. It's there's a bit of a loop where it's like, let's say you have a timeline here. Like poor, and here can get away with not paying taxes. And then over here you have rich, and they can also get away with not paying taxes. But this part here in the middle, this is like the average middle class. They cannot get away with not paying taxes. Gets caught. What's the quote like that? If you owe a bank $1,000, that's a you problem. If you owe the bank $10 million, it's the bank's problem. That's talking more about like so that quote is relating more to situations like the recession in 2007 in the US, which was caused by people having literal millions of dollars in debt, where the bank should never have been giving them loans, but they were giving them loans anyway because they were profiting on defaulting on the loans and then selling the house value, which then flooded the market with cheap houses, which then crashed the housing market. So it's not really referring to this in the same way that rich people get out of paying taxes. Rich people generally get out of paying taxes because once you have a certain amount of money, your net worth increases based on like unrealized gains, like owning assets, land, mostly stocks is generally the thing. Kind of like, let's see, in like a couple years ago when Tesla really took off and Elon Musk, his net worth went from like 50 billion to like 200 billion in 1 year. He did not pay taxes on a $150 billion increase because he didn't increase his cash by $100 billion. His assets just went up that way. That's the main way the rich people like don't pay taxes on assets, is because their assets aren't realized. They don't sell the stock, so they don't have to pay any money on it. And then other ways is like tax islands and redistributing things through shell companies in other countries and all sorts of tricky stuff that we can't afford to do, so we just ignore it. Also, even in this money laundering scheme here, there is no way you're going to be selling enough nose candy to get away with not paying taxes in the same way that a billionaire gets away with not paying taxes. So it doesn't really work that way. We're focusing primarily on ways of directly brute forcing the system. Is this VOD going to be deleted? Perhaps. Depends on how spicy we get. We've already insulted rich people and told you how to commit money laundering. So it is very much possible. This is definitely not my normal type of content, as you can likely tell. Thankfully, I record this for posterity. Oh yes, anyone who wants a copy of the VOD, assuming Twitch doesn't delete it themselves, I can provide. Unless Twitch deletes it themselves, in which case, tough shit, I guess. I came expecting a Valentine's Day ASMR, and the first thing I hear is money laundering and taxes. Oh, cooler soup. say my name. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome in, Cooler Soup. This is a sexy tax-based ASMR. We're teaching you how to commit money laundering and general tax fraud. We have a few things on the roster today. I think I've mostly covered money laundering. We can go on to one of these other things. Like, some of these are linked. Like, basics of a Ponzi scheme and how to create a crypto scam are kind of similar, even though the actual structure of the entire thing and the outreach that you do for it differs in kind of key ways. If you see a sudden increase of 3 to 5 viewers, it's the FBI. One of you told me if I start getting Fed raids. In that case, I require a copy. Excellent. Do not gift sub to not an IRS agent. How to get free room with foreign stream. Booby trap. Shut the fuck up. How do you spell booby trapping? I spelled booby and then put trap at the end. I don't know how to spell it. Also, someone suggested how to always win at gambling. I'm not quite as knowledgeable on that, but I do know that you can cheat certain games and it's not illegal, and like you can't actually get in any real trouble, but casinos will kick you out because you're too good for them. Free pizza for a year scam. Let's go. Okay, free pizza for a year, actually a scam. I had a friend who won free pizza for a year at a local joint, and I was like, dude, you can just go in every day and get a pizza? And he was like, oh no, there's a limit. I was like, oh, so it's like 1 pizza a week, right? No, it's 1 pizza a month. This dude won 12 free pizzas. That is not a year worth of pizzas. It gotta at least be a weekly pizza. These bastards are lying. They're cheaping out on their free pizza giveaways. My very first social engineering experience. Exactly. Is it booby traps with a Y? Instead of... I knew people would give me shit for this. There's gonna be so many misspelled words in this stream. I'm telling you right now, there is no way I can possibly keep up with spelling everything correctly. I would just shadow families into a pizza place, pretend to be with them, wait 30 minutes, call for a manager, complain about the order, come back and get a free replacement. Ed, you're actually running the hustle. I know that my great-grandmother, when she was still alive, because she was alive when I was, she would order a pizza, eat like 90% of it, there'd be like 2 pieces left, then she'd call the place and be like, this pizza was burnt on the bottom and I demand a refund. Then she'd just argue until they gave her a refund, and she got free pizzas from like every place in town. I swear they had to have like a list they started sharing because she was getting banned from a bunch of them. The government should crack down on those. Exactly. If we give pizza handouts, where will all the pizza payers go? You're from Ohio, I forgive you. Yeah, we have to strike back at the Gov for not doing enough to protect us from the poison death cloud they just released. Tax evasion is sexier than Waluigi. What the fuck? What? So I'm staying. Yo, what a bastard. Hang on, wait, what was I talking about? I think I was still going through the basics of money laundering. Ooh, let me get a drink real fast. I'm talking a lot and not consuming enough liquid. I saw something about tax fraud, so I had to come as soon as I could. Leading cat, welcome in. We were just covering the basics of money laundering, but we'll get to the tax fraud eventually. This is our also, I know I spelled booby trapping wrong. Don't comment. Everyone says it. Listen, this is our list, our itinerary today. Yo, we talking about tax fraud? Kirby Fighter. Welcome in. Kirby is a well-known, advocate of tax fraud, as I'm well aware. So it makes sense that Kirby Fighter would also be an advocate of tax fraud. You know that ASMR people always move back and forth between the mics. Whenever I do it, the chair squeaks. So you can hear me moving. You can hear me moving around. We were talking about how one traps a booby. It's quite a trick. Okay, Tay Sunday. Yeah. You gotta move away from the mouth, from the mic to breathe. You've tayed your last Sunday. We just gained 3 viewers. Who's the IRS? 5. Oh no, the feds have found. They're starting to watch. Listen, feds, this is an educational thing on how not to do these acts. I swear. No, Kirby does his taxes because the only thing that pink bastard fears is the IRS. It's Yoshi who doesn't like taxes. Yoshi is the king of tax evasion. How could I have forgotten the most simple of things? Okay, I think we've covered money laundering well enough, at least for the basics, though I will take questions if anyone is looking to set up their own money laundering system. I think the important thing we can start on next is how to run a Ponzi scheme. Turnip hates taxes. Oh yeah, Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion is a well-known game that looks very fun. I highly support it. One of the things I don't support pirating, because you should give money to the tax evasion. How could you forget the most important piece of tax evasion lore? Everyone keeps saying tax evasion. As I said, I'm teaching you how to commit tax fraud. Tax fraud is different than tax evasion. Tax evasion is merely running from your taxes. Tax fraud is saying, fuck you, Gov. I'm going to put the wrong numbers in the boxes on the IRS form and hope that you don't audit me and figure it out. It's a very distinct difference, trust me. But right now, we're still on our side quests here, because I want to cover some of the lesser known things, and I wanted to cover the basics of running a Ponzi scheme. I started giving a brief history of this a second ago. A Ponzi scheme is named after an actual guy. I can't remember his first name. His last name was Ponzi, hence the scheme name, after all. Did you know you can write off that last $30 pizza purchase as a business expense with the one that I consumed on stream? Do I still have any of that pizza left? I ordered so much. I ordered 2 whole pizzas, and I think I was just like, I don't know why I ordered that much. Anyway, yeah, John Ponzi, creator of the Ponzi scheme. Basically, his first name doesn't matter. The important part is that he created the king of all schemes, the pyramid scheme. A pyramid scheme and a Ponzi scheme, by the way, are basically the same thing. I think the main difference is that a pyramid scheme actually sells something, whereas a Ponzi scheme is investment-based. And then you have MLMs, which are a type of pyramid scheme because they sell something, and you could argue that the profit motive is actually selling the thing that the MLM is selling, but a large part of the profit that you make is signing on new people, which is the scheme, pyramid scheme part of the whole thing. A true Ponzi scheme doesn't have any product. It's an investment scheme where in order to get paid any gains, you have to sign up a set number of new people to the scheme. You have to be the smartest and most clever scammer to have an entire scam named after you. If I remember correctly, old Ponzi actually got away with this. At the time, there were not any laws specifically against this kind of scheme. It was just deemed a clever business deal that happened to rip off a ton of people. It didn't, get him in any heat, besides, a lot of people hated him. But he went into hiding and got away with it, I guess, with tons and tons of money. Maybe he fled the country, actually. I can't actually remember. I kind of want to... If I split this tab, it better not start playing things. But yeah, it's okay, we're good. And he got away. Exactly. Actual legend behavior. King Ponzi here. The basics. Hang on. I'm getting distracted. I'm getting distracted from the basics of the Ponzi scheme. Why are these markers drying up so fast? This is a figure of a man handing off $1, by the way. We're doing stick figures to illustrate this. Okay, this is you. we'll give you a cool baller haircut so that we can distinctify you from the others. We'll give you Super Saiyan hair because you are the super scammer. Super Saiyan. I can't wait for the Kirby scam. It's you funneling bags of shredded cheese. Ponzi is literally smarter than 90% of all internet scammers. Most internet scammers are not coming up with their own scams. They're running pre-existing scam formats. In India, there is actually an entire market where people sell scam scripts and everything to other people to start other scam centers. It's wild. There's a whole, you can find a lot of information on the internet about it. There's other places that probably do that too. West Africa is very big scam center, but it's mostly India these days. When I was growing up, I remember back in my day when these scams were mostly headed up by people in West Africa sending out emails that say that they're a Nigerian prince who needs $200,000. Bernie Madoff, I don't know who that is. Also, welcome in, Chicken Coop Enjoyer. How is it going? We're teaching some basic schemes. Here's our roster for today. We've already gone over money laundering. Actually, I should cross that off. We've already covered money laundering, so now we're on to basics of running a Ponzi scheme. And eventually we'll get on to basic good old tax fraud. Almost said tax evasion. You guys are setting me up. Okay, so basically, you, the big brain intellect you are, say, you go up to someone and you say, give me $5. Well, we'll say $50, even though technically you would be asking for thousands of dollars in this. Give me $50. I give you, if you sign up 5 more people, I'll give you $200. This is the basics of the Ponzi scheme. There is no product to sell. There is no thing that it has to hinge on. It's merely an investment technique. You can dress this up any amount that you want. Can you cover the basics of committing pizza thievery? That might come in handy. Basics. Because someone already told me the loophole, and I also know some additional loopholes. Thanks, great-grandma. You were the best pizza thief. I don't know if that's how you spell thievery, but nothing else on here is spelled right, so I think that'll do for now. The basic premise of the Ponzi scheme is you tell someone, if you give me X amount of money and you sign up 5 more people, then you'll get 3 times that amount back. Or in this case, 4 times, because I said $200 off 50, and 4 times 50 is $200. And so they go off, and then they get 3 more or 4 more people to sign up, each with $50. And they each have 50 to come in. Or wait, I said 5. Shoot, yeah, it actually kind of falls apart if you don't make it 5. 50 times 5 is $250. So now you pay this guy $200, and you're left with a sick $50. Well, actually, you're left with a sick $100 because this guy's already given you $50. So your current profit is $100. But now let's say each one of these people goes off and they run the exact same scam. Also, this guy can keep running the exact same scam and keep getting $200 for his $50 for every 5 people that he signs up. As these people accumulate more, that one cut still goes back to him, because at the key of all of it, every single person has to report their earning or give their money to this guy. He's the one that actually multiplies it after all. So with every person that these guys sign up, if they multiply, well, now you have 25 people, and 25 times 50, ooh, that's pretty good. That's what, 1,200, hang on, wait, 25 times 50, well, it's not $2,500. Yeah, it's $1,250. So then, like, if each of these guys split up, and all of their group comes out, then you now get plus $1,250 added to your initial 100. That's now $1,350. Damn, you doing all right. But the cycle continues. After all, this is a, for some reason, very low value Ponzi scheme where the current money at stake is only $50. The actual Ponzi scheme, it's something more like $5,000, where the person gets $20,000 if he signs up 5 more people. And, well, if you add those extra zeros, then suddenly you have $125,000 or $135,000. So then eventually you'll be repping a multiplier of 10 times. It's an exponential increase, right? Every single time it splits, you get an exponential new amount. It's 5 times the current value of people that you have in. So it's a very increasing scam. And then at the end of the scam, you just chop the top off the whole thing. You have a bunch of people waiting for handouts for their payouts because, of course, you're giving them the majority of what they put into the scheme, right? But, of course, you're not going to actually pay them off in the very end. So what you do, you have these people, they've been paid, like all these people in the top of the pyramid, like of the whole scheme is known as a pyramid scheme. So this makes sense. You know, you have people up here, you have people here, people here. They multiply more and 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 more. These people down here, they might be a little suspicious, maybe a little sus. But these people up here, they've been paid by you multiple times. They have no reason to not believe that you're going to keep paying them. So they'll continue to sign people up probably for months or even years after you have pieced off and are no longer paying them their dues. Maybe giving them some angry calls, maybe giving them some nasty letters in the mail. But, you know, by the time they realize, oh shit, he's never giving us money, you are way on out of here. This is a palm tree for comparison. You're on an island far away. This isn't what a palm tree looks like, but you know what I mean. You're in a... hang on. I've gotta get my depiction down. I'll give you some cool sunglasses. This is you. Here's your fully illustrated. Why does that palm tree look so ass? I can't just start an MLM. Nova. We'll get into the MLMs in a second. MLM is a slightly modified version of the Ponzi scheme. Gonna go open a protein shake shop immediately. Oh, chicken coop. Okay, so there actually is... there's a common thing with... it's like smoothies and protein shakes. I believe the root cause of it is an MLM. I'm pretty sure it's an MLM, right? But I'm not actually sure. But there's a lot of like shake shops around town that sell like really overpriced shitty shakes, and I'm pretty sure they're all from the same like pyramid scheme, and they're trying to like min-max their profits by opening retail locations. It is. You know, they had to do it to them. I can't believe this. Banana tree. Yeah. Fun fact. Edible bananas do not grow in the wild. Or like I guess they're technically edible. Like if you were starving on an island, you could eat them, but they don't taste good. They'll taste more like plantain. Honestly, they'll be like not very sweet, and they have big seeds. An actual banana, like naturally, only has like a little tiny sliver of meat in it. It's very weird. If you've ever seen one, I'm gonna ping Twitch. Don't you dare. Listen, Twitch has allowed real-life gambling and real-life MLMs on their platform. Surely, they will allow just a little bit of education on how to start one. The main key with the Ponzi scheme is the getaway plan. That's kind of what differentiates it from a standard MLM. An MLM has the differing factor where you do actually... MLMs operate legally. You have to have a product that you sell. It's just that the actual profit you're making isn't central to the product. The people on the top of the company are not the people who are selling tons of products. They're the people who have recruited hundreds of people into the MLM. That's the actual way you advance, and that's the way you grow through the company. Man-made bananas are an F you to Mother Nature. F you. Man-made bananas are every banana you've ever eaten. Every banana you have ever eaten has come from a tree that was grafted from one single tree that was bred to not have seeds in it. And it was bred in the 1950s after the death of the Cavendish banana. The Cavendish was the original banana that existed back when there were literal banana republics, like countries run by banana farms, and all sorts of terrible things going on there. They had this massive blight, and it killed all the Cavendish bananas, and they had to create a new species of edible bananas because, of course, they're all just grafted from one single tree. So if a disease happens to affect that strain, it will kill everything unless you contain, a few cutlets or something from the outside world. Science has gone too far. We have engineered bananas into existence. Another banana marvel is the fact that despite, if I want to get like apples, right? Actually, let me take a drink real fast. Apples are grown here. They're grown in Ohio. I can go to a local farm and buy apples that are picked right here. And they cost about 5 times as much per pound as a pound of bananas. But a pound of bananas, those things were imported from like Colombia. They came from halfway, a quarter way down the globe. So how are they so cheap? And the entire reason is that you can pick bananas green and then suspend them in a chamber of gas where they ripen at a very set rate, and it kind of like halts them. Transport them anywhere, like very easily, and then unpack them and they'll ripen up to completion. Because as with most food-based problems, distribution is the biggest issue. Like getting fruit from one place to another. It's the reason why like a dragon fruit is very expensive, or like a pomegranate. Like pomegranate's like $4, dude. Unless you get them when they're about to go bad, they're really expensive each. But a banana is 70 cents a pound at worst. I've bought them for like 15 cents a pound before. It's absolutely wild. Just because they're so much easier to transport, and they have this like, they're able to be like mass produced. Or have a pomegranate tree. I don't live in a place where I can have a pomegranate tree, Nova. Ohio is too cold for pomegranates, otherwise I'd be growing them. I'd also be growing avocados. Those shits are so expensive. They're so hard to transport. I bought some avocados the other day. They were only 40 cents each. Ooh, baby. That's the good stuff. Well, they were kind of going bad. They're very mushy. I haven't cut into any of the other ones. Sucks to be you. Shut the fuck up. Not sucks to be you. This is literally me, and this is you right here in the maybe sus. You just gave me $5,000 for my my Ponzi scheme. Pomegranates, aka dead wasps' graves. I don't care what you say. Don't talk shit about pomegranates. I love me some pomegranate. Skill issue. Listen. Everything in life is a skill issue. Hang on, I think I've covered the basics of the Ponzi scheme. Let's go over some of our other. Oh, I'm letting my marker sit out too long. It's starting to dry out. I should be putting the cap on more often. How to always win at gambling? This is a tricky one. Let's go on to how to create a crypto scam. Now, as someone who works in the tech industry, I am very familiar with crypto scams, as I know people who have both unknowingly advocated for them and also lost their money to crypto scams. I've heard mangoes are super hard. Yes, they try to ferment while you move them. They're genetically modified to not have much sugar. My dad actually, he went to Africa to do some relief work, and he was like, dude, the mangoes here are so good, and it's probably for that reason, because they actually grow native. I say Africa, specifically it was Senegal in West Africa. Welcome to Mr. Streamer's Guide to Scams, Frauds, and More. Yes, all of them. Like Boogie and who is that? There were a lot of people that bought into the crypto.com scam or like shilled it unknowingly, though that's a little bit different. But we can discuss that. How to run a crypto scam. Man, I really failed at making that go all on one line, didn't I? Oh, Reiko VT, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. What were you doing today? We're discussing the basics of how to commit fraud. Mostly tax fraud, but we've been doing other types of fraud as well. This is an calm ASMR stream. Lee GFE raid. Vesti, the bestie. As a Bosnian, he is well accompanied with the art of scamming. Welcome in. Hardcore Hunter as well. How's it going? Oh, Spurbus, another familiar face. I recognize you guys. Yeah, we've covered the basics of running a Ponzi scheme. We have covered, the basics of money laundering. And right now, we're going into how to run a crypto scam. I came in with a raid. Oh yes, I figured. Welcome. They won't even notice that I'm packing 300G of their copper wiring. That's the Bosnian tier scam. No elaboration. You just come home to your house and the plumbing and wiring doesn't work. Tell me how you avoid paying taxes. Slowly. This is a sensual description of how to run scams. I'm stuck on an ad, but bullshit, you're doing ASMR. I will explain myself once your ad is over, Blue Goo. You guys are just in time for the good stuff. This will not be a very long stream, by the way. I will not talk about tax fraud for 5 hours today. The ad is over. Welcome in, Blue Goo. We are discussing how to commit tax fraud and other scams. We have covered Ponzi schemes and money laundering. And now we're going on to how to run a crypto scam. This is an educational stream. And yes, I'm absolutely doing ASMR. Why would you think I wouldn't be doing an ASMR stream? 8 hours, I'm not. It's not going to happen. I'm going to try all of these in Serbian. Listen, don't let the hatred for the Serbs control you. Oi, oi. No, I'm not going to go that long because Lika's 2-year anniversary stream is starting in like an hour or two, and I will raid into it. So that will gate how long I'm going to spend here. Don't try this at home, kids. Yeah, what are you talking about? Definitely try. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, don't try this at home. This is merely an informative stream to tell you how, someone bad would do this. Even though when I have the little figure and I say you, that's the theoretical you. The theoretical you could be lounging on a beach full of babes in Bermuda with your mass riches taken from scamming 300,000 people out of $50. Yes, you, Reiko. Oh, hang on. I should shout you out. Since you were kind enough to raid this questionable stream. Thank you. Make friends with an art appraiser. Ooh, art is such an amazing way to launder money and avoid taxes. It's an excellent method. I should cover that in a bit. Yeah, they appraise trash you draw for a lot of money. Donate the art, get a tax write-off. Okay, so we covered this a little bit earlier, but I guess I'll bring it up now. So, this is the map of things. This is how this works for standard tax evasion techniques. There are poor, you can get away with taxes because you don't make enough money that the government really cares. Rich, you can get away with taxes by doing stuff like Hardcore Hunter's suggestion. But we're really targeting this middle sector here, where you're making enough that you're going to get caught, but not so much that you can pay for this kind of stuff. It's a very tricky thing. Also, yes, art appraisal is like an entire scam all on its own. The art world has a long history of being insane for certain things like this. I commit tax fraud to GitHub. Commit-m. Fuck the feds. If you get married or your spouse dies, the government starts to care and takes a look at your books. That is true. This is why the real tax fraud method is to never get married. Never. Just taking notes. Damn, you're actually not bad at ASMR. That is very flattering for this very silly ASMR. I'm safe then. Hell yeah, the average VTuber viewer will not have to worry about the marriage issues. No, I'm just kidding. All the bros here are gonna make it, I believe. Okay, where were we? Ah, yes, how to run a crypto scam. If we do an automaton redeem, will you play it into a silencer? 1 second. That's an excellent question that you can ask. However, no automaton redeems today. Because there's no way that I can do that silently. We need 3D microphone for Uwu. Right now I am using two ooh, that's not a very pleasant sound, is it? Right now I'm using two Worker Bee XLR microphones, but an actual ASMR setup is done using I almost had a Go XLR. It's using a 3D IO, which has a full binaural range that also has human ear modeling, which does make it a lot better. Yeah, I just turned it off. I got it. I thought for sure someone was going to redeem one before I was able to turn it off, and I was like, dude, there is no way. Yeah, binaural. What about it? That's what makes you the cooler soup. I'm probably putting on a watch list for that. Exactly. Everyone here is certified based. Hang on, I'm getting distracted from my very important crypto scam information that I have to tell here. So basically, you just run a crypto scam by getting people to trust their crypto to you. That's it. That's all there is to it. So set up a website. You don't even need to know web programming for this anymore. Set up a website. Advertising services. and accept Bitcoin as payment. Oh, Dark Wabbits. Thank you so much for the resub. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it so much that if I was a cam streamer, I would bend my ass over fat into the camera to write onto the whiteboard with your username. Thank you so much. Apes gone. Apes gone. No. Bitcoin stolen. FTX account robbed. Absolutely cleared out. More sidetracks. Elongate ASMR to 8 hours, guys. No. This is not like a build stream where I have something I have to finish by the end. If you distract me, you just don't get any dank information on how to always win at gambling or the basics of booby trapping. Also, I like that you entered with "oh no" ASMR. Don't worry, I promise to be the most based ASMR stream you'll ever see. Okay, set up a website advertising services. Accept payments in crypto. Preferably Bitcoin, though some other things can also do that. Oh, Gucha, welcome in. One of the few people that actually says, "oh yeah, ASMR." Everyone else who has come in here has said, "oh no, ASMR." How to win at gambling. Don't gamble. No, there are some ways you can cheat to win at gambling. We'll go over those during the how to win at gambling sites. So, here's the most basic tier of how to run a crypto scam. You set up your website advertising services, accept your payments in crypto, and then just don't deliver anything. Lamau. Now, this is the level 1 boss. You know, like the meme or like the ad where it's like level 1 thug, level 30 mob boss. This is the level 1 thug of crypto scams. This is not the king scam. There are better ways to this. I had to shine a light of positivity. I've appreciated. Hey, can you teach me how to do tax fraud? My W-2 never arrived. That's easy, Rattenminch. Simply never submit it. The government definitely will not find that on an audit. What you actually should do is you call up, you start making bribes to the bookkeeper at the place that you work so that they also happen to lose your W-2 and then no one sees anything. How do I do this with a cult to be a tax... Wait. How do I do this with a cult? Oh, to be tax-free. Okay, so that's actually a little bit trickier. Also, Gucha, thank you for the follow. That's actually a little bit trickier. So to do this with a cult, you're tax-free, but you still have to get people in the cult. You can't just like launder money through it and get tax-free on that. You can't launder all your income from other jobs on it. It's more of a scamming other people and getting away with it. You have to set up a legitimate nonprofit, create like a shell that it's good for some kind of thing, and then convince enough other people that you are legitimate to give their money to you. And then because you're a nonprofit, you will file a nonprofit tax forms, which means you basically don't pay anything for your business expenses or your income. And that's it. You got your money tax-free. Though that's more of that's like not even, the tax is not the scam there. It's the fact that you've convinced people to give you money and trust you with their accounts. That's the real meat here. Also, ASMR tax fraud is a genius idea. I'm glad you appreciate it, Ratmint. Hopefully the feds don't show up during this stream. That would be very unfortunate. Okay, so now that we've done the level 1, maybe I should like label that as level 1. Let's get into some next level ones. So there are various different services people use for crypto. And I'll put this as like the level 20. There's different services people use for crypto. You have a Discord, right? I have a Discord account. I don't have a Discord for myself. Not yet. I might set one up just for alerts, but I don't really want to have a discussion forum thing with like different boards and stuff, because I think it's more fun when people share stuff here. I was mistaken. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. If you do !Discord, it just tells you my Discord handle, so that if you wanted to send me a message, you can send me a message. But other than that, no, I don't have a board set up. Maybe at some point. He loves us. I feel like it's more fun when you guys come into stream and tell me stuff that you've done, or like stuff you've worked on, than just posting it in the Discord, right? And if it's something it's like dire, then you can just message it to me, or just tag me in it on Twitter or something. I don't get upset if you tag me on things, and I think it's cool to see people's projects, especially if you're doing DIY stuff, or if you successfully run a crypto scam. Okay, maybe don't at me for that. I probably can't become involved for legal reasons. I have my own webs I'm spinning. Level 20s get a series of cold wallets detached from any service you connect to your ID to buy crypto for. So that's going into more of a money laundering tactic, Ratminch. I didn't actually bring up crypto. We did this. We did money laundering earlier. It's a different slide here where I go over how to not get your money reported to the feds and like some good business ideas to set your laundering system for. But I actually didn't go over. You can do that with crypto as well. Splitting up a bunch of offline wallets. It's literally free to set up crypto wallets. How much do you charge for video editing? A lot these days, unfortunately. I just recently made to S+ rank. Holy shit, nice, Luco. I remember months ago when you were grinding, I think it was like B+. And you were like, oh, once I get out of here, I'll be good. I've gotten to see the journey. Pro tip, there are plenty of Bitcoin machines you can buy Bitcoin with cash from. Yes, at the grocery store, even. Like the local grocery store has a Bitcoin machine. A lot of the Coinstar machines that you put quarters into and they like count and give you cash, you can get Bitcoin back from that. They charge a 20% fee from the current market value. It's a huge amount. They make in bank on that anonymous internet money. I'm still trash though. You can't be that trash if you're S+. What a world. I've got to say, in 2010, I had a friend who got into Bitcoin, like late 2010. This was back when it was, you Google Bitcoin and almost nothing came up. No one was talking about it. It was worth literally no money whatsoever. $20, 40% worth of feds not knowing. You gotta pay the fee to get the service here, right? It's truly the advantage. But like then it was kind of a cool internet thing. Now that it exists and it's so widespread and it's like so profitable and it's used entirely for scams, it's really not quite as cool as it used to be. Unless you're the one running the crypto scam, as we're going over right now. Okay, so there's a few different things, and I think these are still well known. Bitcoin banks that are not banks, so I'll say Bitcoin bank, in quote, or Bitcoin blenders. I'll go over what those are here in a second. Also spelled Bitcoin. I forgot the C. It's okay. I think you'll know what it is. Isn't there a stadium named after crypto? I bet it's named after Crypto.com, which was owned by FTX, which the owner just like stole all the crypto a few months ago, and they are now like gone. There was a backdoor in the system they built in so that they could steal it. It was a scam from the very beginning. Bunch of people supported it as well. A lot of streamers supported as well because they gave out good pay. And then crypto, and we'll do this one in quotes too. Exchanges. So here's the thing with the modern Bitcoin and just crypto market in general. you can get away. You can get away with a little bit of scammery, but that falls into the level 1 category, where you're mostly just promising something like, oh, I promise I will hold your Bitcoin for you, free online Bitcoin wallet, haha, go to bitcoin.india to get your free online Bitcoin wallet, and then you deposit it and it never goes away. That's not exact. Wait, Staples Center? Oh, they changed the name. Incredible. Glad they're learning a little bit. So that's like the standard thing. But the level 20 play is you build up a reputation as being actually useful. You actually do the service that all these things do. Actually deliver. It's funny that these actually get less scammy as you go on, because getting higher tier to commit your scam means being more trustworthy along the way so that you can get away with it. That's kind of the way it all plays in nicely to be able to actually pull off. So with these, you actually deliver. Oh, also, I guess I should make a quick note what a Bitcoin blender is. So if you're buying fat bricks of angel dust off the dark web and you're going to buy it with Bitcoin, you go on like Coinbase or something and like create a wallet. Coinbase is a very major, it's been around for like a decade. They haven't scammed anyone yet. It's a big popular Bitcoin bank that has a long trustworthy history so far. But like they're also kind of legitimate in that they report things to the government that are suspicious. So if you make a wallet and then you create a transaction from your Coinbase wallet to a sketchy dark web Silk Road Part 36 or whatever that you're buying from, that will 100% get traced back to you. The government can subpoena Coinbase, and they can find that wallet ID and connect it to your real name and address, which are necessary to set up a Coinbase account. And that's not just Coinbase, it's many other actual trustworthy wallets that have like legitimate ties and insurance and things crypto.com does not have, because they're not actually, at least not yet, trying to pull off a scam. So what you use if you're going to buy your fresh street shard off the internet is use what's called a Bitcoin blender. And maybe these don't exist anymore, but they existed a lot in the 2000s, the early 2010s, for online elect purchases. You would give them, say, 1 Bitcoin. It would take it, run it through a bunch of false transactions to obfuscate it so that it can't really be tracked back to any individual wallet, and then it gives you the coin back, and you can put that in your offline wallet, and now there isn't a clear trail between the one you bought on a legitimate location and the one that you now have in your pocket. These are probably not used as much now, that you can go to like a grocery store and buy Bitcoin and just have it deposited to your wallet, and you can like bring an offline wallet with you. It's probably not as popular, but I remember this used to be a big thing because there were ongoing lists. There were like big PDFs and Excel files that would get published that would tell you like, okay, these are the list of Bitcoin blenders confirmed working, and then one person would be like, I gave it coin and they didn't give me anything. And then another person would be like, oh yes, I also got scammed. And then that one would go on the scam list. It was like a matter of time before the Bitcoin blender would turn into a scam. It was like just known that at some point you would get ripped off because one of them decided to go rogue. Does he actually deliver? Until you don't. That's the idea with the level 20. But there is one final stage to the crypto scam. This is the level 50. This is the level 50 big boss. This is how you become a big baller boss in the crypto scam market. You create your own shitcoin. Or sorry, your own crypto. Create your own crypto. Now, this is the advanced class. This is master class technique right here. So, create your own thing. A lot of people, when they create one, they make it sound like another crypto. So, one of the original meme coins, and we'll say here as a note, meme coins are popular. They tend to work, which is very it's very like interesting. I think it's because the type of people that like to shill shitcoins are the same people who follow Elon Musk. Elon Musk likes posting memes that are 8 years out of date. Meme coins are often based on memes that are at least 8 years out of date, sometimes even longer. Like, you could probably make Trollface coin and that would be a real thing. I mean, it probably already is a real thing. Someone's probably already scammed hundreds of people on Troll coin. So you gotta pander to your audience here. Your handwriting is ridiculously legible. I'm very flattered that you think so. I am writing nice and slow with this marker. Trollface coin was a thing. See, I'm telling you, you can make, what's the name of that, what's the name of like another like ancient meme? Some like Rage Face. You can make Rage Face coin and like just bank off it, because people who like, I'm telling you, people who do this stuff like Elon Musk and are like him in that they don't understand modern memes, so they use ones from like a decade ago. I can't even get all the letters in signing my name. Dogecoin. Dogecoin is the big one. And that was why I thought of meme coins. So you know how I said you should make the name something that someone can get confused with another legitimate coin, or like legitimate, like more legitimate than a true shit coin, right? Okay, similar names, like so Dogecoin actually came from a meme coin, but it became an actual thing. Oh, Average Kentucky Guy, welcome in and thank you for the follow. How are y'all doing? How are you doing, Chico? How much money can you make off a crypto scam? Oh, the possibilities are endless. We're going through all of them. So one of the popular ones was Doge, and then they created a shit coin called Sheeb, like Shiba Inu. Or maybe it's Shiba. I don't know how you say it. However you say it, it's a fucking scam. This was invented and then mass advertised as if it was Dogecoin. They even had like a little dog on it. Like, it was intended so that people would go, "What's that? What's that coin with the dog on it?" And they go, "Oh, it must be this Sheeb. They're the ones that have all the advertisements." But it was not. This was a much more closed form coin. It was made as a get-rich-quick scheme for the creator who made the app and spent thousands and thousands of dollars advertising it, and it was successful. I know people who bought this coin. It almost became a legitimate one. But it was not. And I believe it's fallen off at this point, though I would have to actually check. So the meme coins are a good revenue for scamming people out of crypto, but also you could also go the route of like sort of advertising that you're doing a pump and dump coin. Celebrities do this a lot. Celebrity tactic. This was super popular with NFTs. Yeah, legitimate fakes. This was very, very popular with NFTs, where celebrity tactic is turn clout into scammed profits. I do wonder, was there like one person that was spearheading the move to get all the celebrities into NFTs? Like, so many people all at once were suddenly like, I'm releasing an NFT collection so that we can bank off of this. Ooh, do you think Life Alert will reach a point where they're turned into crypto miners? Well, like the ones that you, the like old woman like alert button. I don't think you can mine crypto on a Life Alert. How illegal is this? Incredibly. Actually, okay, so like this is very illegal. And this is also very illegal. This actually is not illegal. It's incredibly scammy and incredibly scummy, but you can make a crypto, hold a bunch of the coin yourself, mine a bunch of it, keep a bunch for yourself, release a set amount to the public. When it's at a high point, you dump your stock, keep the money, and then it falls off and a lot of people lose the money and they're left holding the bag. That is a shithead move, but it's not illegal. Shiba coin is not an illegal coin, and making the guy that made Dogecoin as a meme did not commit any crimes. Celebrities selling shit coins, I want to say Soulja Boy sold one, but I might be confusing that with his game console. Did you know Soulja Boy sold a game console? It was called Actually, wait, I was going to say it was called the Soulja Boy, like a Game Boy, but I don't think that's actually true. I'm getting too loud for that. I'm getting too loud for the ASMR effect here. I don't think it was called that. He missed a fucking mile to not name it the Soulja Boy. I'm gonna buy the KFC console though. Okay, the KFC console is actually a thing though. It's just a PC in a tube. This is all news to me. Soulja Boy tried to sell a game console that was literally, it was an AliExpress resale of an emulator system, and he advertised it. He was like, yeah, it's got Mario on it, which you can't say because that is illegal. Surprisingly, Soulja Boy attempting to sell a shitcoin is less illegal than him attempting to sell literally emulators of licensed games. He got a cease and desist from Nintendo. Well deserved, I believe. Yeah, it was a shitty plug and play. It was, they had a handheld version. I don't think they ever released it, but it was there. I legally, after being a Kentucky resident. Oh, that you legally have to get the KFC console? Okay, yeah, that tracks. As a Kentucky resident, you legally must own the KFC console. Or the KF console for short. And his legendary tweet, "I'm just a man trying to live his dream." Soulja Boy, he made one banger and then he was like, yeah, I'm just gonna be cringe for the next like several years. I don't know how he's like done that with a straight face. Lots of people did the celeb tactic with NFTs though. Like make a beggar KFC console by building the PC into an air fryer. Should have pressed charges, would have made history. You say Nintendo should have? They actually should have. But I don't really want to set the precedent for Nintendo pressing charges whenever someone does something they don't like, because they dislike a lot of things. They send out cease and desists, I mean, for everything. What's like the old like joke, there's like one of those things, it's like, you know, it's supposed to look like an inspiring post, and it's like a picture of a kid playing with like a cardboard Mario, and he's like, this kid couldn't afford a Nintendo, so him and his grandfather made a cardboard Mario console. Nintendo then reached out. What happened next is touching. And it was like, you click and it's like, they gave him a cease and desist. We need bidet mini games. Ooh, get on it. The t-shirt TikTok thing. Don't they do that already? Yes. I like Panis's idea. What is a bidet minigame? Is the tactile feedback through your ass? I don't know if I'm European enough to pull that off, but that does sound like a funny idea. I remember, dude, the fucking... Speaking of the celeb tactic again, fucking Blender Guru did this. This is a guy that does like Blender tutorial videos. He did a fucking celeb tactic NFT sale. Absolutely shameful. I lost so much respect for the man. Also, Eric Andre did one, which is like, this is like something he would make fun of people doing. I'm surprised it actually worked. Wait, game is controlled by aiming your piss? How would you... Hang on, wait. Is there like a way... You would have to set up a thing, like a plate, that has a bunch of little conductor pads on it. You probably have to etch it into a circuit board. Piss on the board, and then it would be able to detect where the piss is. That would actually work pretty well. I think you're onto something, Chico. Make it show how much ammo is in the magazine. Build it into an AR-15. Hell yeah. The Ultra American. Yeah, average Kentucky guy. You weren't around last week when we water-cooled a phone. We do some weird tech builds here. So this is a legitimate idea that we could do. I built a PC into a cardboard box, so building it into a KFC bucket or a toilet would not be out of the not be out of the question. When is the bidet gaming stream? Yeah, we gotta work up to that, right? I'm just a construction worker. I do not know shit about PCs. You use PCs, so you know enough to appreciate the KF console. Let's see. I think we've gone over the majority of the crypto scam essentials here. Make it be a piezo element and transmit the pressure directly into sound. It's a hell of a move, I'll tell ya. Okay. So we can cross off how to create a crypto scam. Okay, basics of booby trapping. Let's do that. If someone told me it's spelled booby with a Y, not with an IE, this is that's a different kind of booby trap. Though actually, you know what we haven't gone over is the actual basics of, yeah, booby traps are easy. Also very illegal, but, you know, that's the theme of today's stream, so it's fine. Good old shotgun and door trick. Good old lock, shock 'em, sock 'em. You do the... Don't even need a shotgun. Oh, shotgun would be most effective because it fires a spray of pellets instead of an individual slug. I was gonna say, typically it's a revolver and door. You tie the trigger of the revolver to a string, you put the revolver above the door at an angle so that you have the most chance of getting a headshot, and then you tie the string, you do like a nail in the door frame and then tie the string around so that it connects to the doorknob so that when they open the door enough to step into it, it fires the trigger. Very clever, very clever. Shotgun door trick is easy for feds. For legal reasons, this is a joke. We're all about besting the feds today. Why not oldest booby trap? Punky sticks. Or log on a swing. Those are the actual oldest ones. Yeah, I was gonna say... Is it punky sticks? I've always called it a punji stick or whatever. I don't know. It's a stick... You put them in the ground underneath a thatch, and when you step on it, you get stabbed in the foot. Bonus points if you piss on them so that they have infection stats. You get a +2 to poison damage. Yeah, literal Vietnam type of stuff. This is what the boys overseas had to deal with. We can go over, though... Yeah. We'll do basics. Booby trapping. Okay, we'll we'll go over the old shotgun, and you guys lost. I believe it was a draw. No, I'm just kidding. We did lose. Absolutely unfortunate. We had a perfect record up until that point. I call this one the "Are you winning, son?" tactic here. So basically, this is the shotgun trick. We'll cover since it was brought up, and you know, we gotta cover what was brought up. Okay, you have your shotgun here. The trigger's here. You have a string here, pulley to the doorknob here. That's it. That's the shotgun trick. This is all you need. This is a very simple tactic. Stick around, Kentucky guy. You will see miracles. I think I found my new favorite streamer. Oh, I am honored. We do a few shenanigans here. Oh wait, the "Are you winning, son" guy has a hat typically, doesn't he? Or it's like a, yeah. You need to be short king to survive that kind of trap with ooh design. I was going to say there could maybe be a way that you could do this so that it also gets short kings, and I think the answer is right under this shotgun you have a sawed-off shotgun that does the same thing, and it also has a trigger that has a string attached. So you tie here and then connect the other trigger. So this one's like the headshot cannon, and then this one's like the short king eliminator. Bonus points if you put it at waist level so they can't have kids. If I keep adding guns, I'm gonna have a wall of shotguns here. This one is generous to the children. This one has a heart for the kids, and it says, you know, if you're under 5 foot, you live. Fallout New Vegas. A shotgun is on the table, pointing center mass. Okay, fair. That's the most effective. But this one sits nice and flush on your wall. Also, I like the visual of headshot cannon and short king eliminator. It's just an amusing visual. Oi, where's the hashtag Cheesegate? What you talking? What? I don't even know what that means. Oh, let's go over some other booby traps. So, as Kentucky guy mentioned a second ago, another one common is the it's called the punji sticks or something like that, but it's literally just a spike trap. Bro, just call it a spike trap. Okay, and then you would lay like fetch or something over it. So this is like maybe fresh hay. Doesn't have to be fresh. Actually, it not being fresh might happen. What's up? Oh, crazy insane. Welcome in. I'm teaching you how to commit tax fraud and also blast the feds with some booby traps. How's it going? Keeking is getting away with cheese fraud. I can't believe this. Gonna do what I said I was gonna do with a 3D printer. Oh, hell yeah. I have one specifically for the ATF. Alright, hang on. We can create an ATF specific elimination device. Okay, so first you need a decoy dog. Here we go. I don't know how to draw a dog, but pretend that's a dog. Okay? And then you fill it with tannerite. Now, tannerite, for the uninitiated, no, it's not okay, guys, dog. Don't do this for... All you need to do for the ATF is a stuffed dog full of tannerite. You came up with the exact same thing. We're on the same shenanigans, bro. Thanks for the bit, insane. I have alerts turned off for the ASMR effect that I'm going for. And then we'll give him a little... Wow, that is a massive hat. Also, it's not even on his head, but I had to draw something to write ATF on. This is another classic move. Oi, oi, thank you for the bits, Chico. What the dog doing? Don't worry, this isn't a real dog. Also, welcome in, Mirkern. We're going over the basics of crimes. We'll get to tax fraud eventually. Right now, we've done how to launder money, how to do a Ponzi scheme, how to do a crypto scam, and now we're going over the basics of booby trapping. Not going to lie, this is some quality ASMR. Is this legitimately quality ASMR? I'm very flattered. Thank you, Mars. Also, welcome in, Mars. Don't forget to fill it with nails. True. You gotta get the projectile... Hang on. You should have... Hang on. There should be like a core thing here, right? Like, okay. Like... nails. And the outside layer is... tannerite, and then the inside layer is like, I don't even know what. DIY Claymore building stream win. Bros, when are we building the Claymore Roomba? Oh, we'll add that to this list afterward. I got the tingles, so it does have quality. Excellent. I've mentally prepared for the stream. I'm back. Welcome back, Diesel. Oh, napalm. Napalm should be in the center. Do you guys know how to make napalm? I know because I downloaded the Anarchist Cookbook in the early 2000s because it's very cool. It's basically just styrofoam mixed with gasoline. The gasoline dissolves the styrofoam into a sort of sticky mush. And so the basic premise is that when it explodes, it throws around sticky fire that you can't get rid of. Very effective tactic. Also, I'm pretty sure against the Geneva Convention. Oh, thank you for all the bits, Crazy, by the way. Also sticks to people. Exactly. When do the dragon dildos come in for the psychic damage? Actually, that's true. Head... Head full of dicks. For psychic damage. Inflammable sludge. Very crimes against humanity out of 20. Exactly. Are you cheering with individual emotes for each one of those, Crazy? I swear. This one might be a little too much. Maybe. Otherwise, I think this is a pretty solid design for as far as this goes. I think this is probably a decent good cover for the basics of booby trapping, if I had to guess. White phosphorus too for the internal grilling. The eternal grilling. Yeah, sure. Oi, oi. White phosphorus is actually not that hard to get. You can just buy it. I guess napalm is also not that hard to get. You can just make it. But you have to boil gasoline to make napalm, if I'm remembering correctly. If I'm remembering from the Anarchist Cookbook correctly, you have to boil the gasoline for something. It like stabilizes it or something. I just can't challenge them to a shadow game. That's also a possibility. Okay. Now, one last thing here. Because I think I don't know. We'll maybe cover gambling in a bit. But one last thing we want to cover on here is the basic of pizza thievery. Now, if you've ever purchased pizza, which of course you have, because who the hell doesn't purchase pizza? Actually, this isn't even just pizza thievery. You can use this to steal anything. We'll go through the different tiers. How to steal pizza. I buy Brazilian pizza. Exactly. You can try to boil gasoline. It'll either work or suddenly not be a problem. Why not a 2-stage explosion with lithium? Lithium? Listen, bro, it's just the ATF. It's not worth damaging the environment this bad for. Grilling, make some propane tank bombs. A propane tank bomb is just a propane tank that you've removed the limiter on. Okay, thermite is actually easy to make. I've made thermite before. Don't tell the feds. But I have made it. It's not that hard. It's aluminum powder and aluminum powder and ammonium nitrate is tannerite. What is thermite? It's rust. Is it iron oxide and aluminum powder? And you light it with magnesium? I think so. I have a story about pizza. Thermite isn't illegal. No, don't worry. Don't worry, Genie. Thermite isn't illegal. Oh, also, welcome in Guilty Sparks, by the way. I don't think I welcomed you. I have better ingredients for thermite. Thermite 2.0. My man has innovated on thermite. That's the real, the real impressive bit. The American government loves thermites. We burned several countries to the ground with it in World War II. Hell yeah. Unfortunately. Okay, so there's a few different ways to steal pizza. We'll do this in mob boss levels at 1. Level 1 is you buy a pizza. And I know what you're saying, but I'm not gonna buy the pizza because the whole point is to steal. Listen, this is the level 1, okay? Step 2 is you eat the pizza. Step 3 is you call up the pizza place and complain about pizza. And if you complain enough and annoy them enough, they will just give you a free pizza. You have now stolen pizza. You can actually do this with anything. Everyone will hate you, but wait. Ooh, so I hate to interrupt, but I just found the single worst rap in history. Hit me with it, but I won't play it on stream because it'll mess up the ASMR thing. I will evaluate it though, because let me tell you, I am a sucker for terrible music. It's just, it warms my heart. Okay, hang on. I'll have this open in a sec. Or actually, let me get on my own computer. Have this open in a separate tab. What is this? Everyone in the comments is complaining about it. Poison the pizza with laxatives. You don't have to poison your own pizza. You can complain about the pizza without even doing it. I order pizza with Uber 10 minutes before closing. Pizza doesn't arrive. Order is refunded, and I get a $5 code for Uber. Repeat forever until you have so many $5 codes you can eat infinite free food. Okay, but this is the level 1. What if you're like, I don't want a free pizza in addition to my paid pizza. I just want a free pizza. Then we'll go to the level 20. So, this one's called you listen in the lobby of the pizza place. And you listen for phone orders that come in, namely when they take down the name for the phone order. Now you get a couple names and you note those down, and then you leave, come back. So you leave place, pizza place, I guess I'll specify. And then in about half an hour or so, whenever you would assume a pizza would show up, you come right back in and you say that you're picking up an order for said name on the list. They don't typically question this, and if you're listening in, you want to make sure they paid over the phone. Otherwise, you're gonna then just get stuck with the bill, and then you've just inconvenienced someone and gotten nothing out of it. What if I eat the pizza driver? We're getting to that. That's the level 50. Come back and pick up under name. You can actually make this more advanced by hiding a listening device in the pizza place so that you don't have the extra sus value of being in there and not ordering anything. Bug the pizza place's phone line to steal credit card info. Okay, that's getting a little more legit. Mind if I share my favorite song? I have a wait. Wu's model improves in one aspect every month. By 2024, it'll just have face cam. My model might... I can't tell if it's tracking better or worse with where the camera is right now. It's in kind of an awkward... It needs to be like further away, but I don't have a stand that lets me do it. Yeah. So, now we'll get to the level 50. The level 50 pizza thievery. Allow me to illustrate. So here's the pizza guy, and he's at his pizza counter here, and he's like this, and then this is you, and you have a gun. That's it. That's the level 50. This will pretty much always guarantee you a free pizza. Now, the consequences of your actions after you get said pizza, that's going to get a little spicier. But, just for the instant gratification, you'll do fine. Also, I realized the way I drew the scale, this guy is standing like way over here. And he's saying, give me pepperoni. I always enjoy a nice spicy pizza. Give him stilts? Yeah, okay, sure. Use stilts to appear taller. This will give you an edge in the robbery. There are studies that are shown that you will be more successful if you are more tall. So if you want to be successful in your Fed stomping activities, then you have to appear as a more tall person. If you walk into the pizza parlor 11 feet tall, they can't say no. You might not even need the gun. You can also order a pizza to a house that looks like they are gone. Jump in the guy's car that he leaves running. There is likely another pie in there. Plus you get a car. You guys are a lot better at this than I am. Coming up with these. Heidi Hone Verino, thank you for the resub, Bluegoo. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Here on our fraud stream as well. Do this in Florida so you look normal for police. That's an excellent idea. I will just say my name is Uwu Ta'o from Ohio, and you can catch me live. Do not do that. There is like the prank where people order a bunch of pizza to someone's house and then they don't pay for it over the phone, so they show up and they're like given the bill and they're like, the hell, I don't want all these pizzas. Should Uwu, a fellow Ohio sufferer. Ah, I see you are also a sufferer of Ohio State. Yes. Enjoy the stream until the feds take it down. Don't worry, they won't catch me yet. Also, Lord Mott, welcome in. Make sure not to accidentally shoot anyone or you'll get the homicide unit assigned and then you'll feel the heat around the corner. Yeah, that's the real thing. You wanna keep the heat off for the spicy moments here. We have a pretty good collection here. The feds haven't stopped us yet. That's the thing. We have, let's see, yeah. We've had to run a crypto scam. We have the basics of booby trapping. We have money laundering. The basics of running a Ponzi scheme. How to steal pizza. I feel like we've been pretty good. How do I clear my 5-star wanted level? Yeah, bro, I have a 5-star wanted level IRL. How do I clear it? Please answer fast. What if you steal the regular uniform of the pizza place, come in, make your own pizza with their ingredients, and just leave? I think you would just get away with that, honestly. Yeah, the non-illegal way to do this is you wait behind the pizza parlor, and at the end of the day, if they sell by the slice, they'll have a bunch of leftovers that they throw out, and then you just go and take what they're throwing away, and you'll actually get away with that. Don't ask me how I know. Also, did you know donut places throw out like an entire garbage bag full of donuts every day? Like, because you cannot sell a day-old donut. They're terrible. It's so good. I'm not feeling safe today, so I'm going with the stream to close compound. Booby traps will help me. Yeah, don't worry, bro. We gave you the booby trap. I'm telling you, the decoy dog, that's the essential bit. If you want to stop the ATF, you gotta have the decoy dog. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Oh, what was that? Did you hear that? Or is it just me? Oh shit. Guys. I think it's the Fed. Fuck! Guys! The fucking feds, they're onto us! What the hell do we do? We hear that? Shit. Okay, hang on. 1 second. Now's the time where we pull out our real ace in the sleeve. When all else fails and failing to best the feds by the books, sometimes you gotta take things into your own hands. Deploy the Tannerite Roomba. Excellent. I hope you put down the traps already. Okay, I have a few traps in play. I don't know if it's gonna actually stop them though. That's why we have our final ace in the hole. This is a Smith & Wesson 38 Special. Not the best one for this job, but certainly a worthy candidate. Smith & Wesson, this 38 Special, this is a short-nosed revolver. It was made in like the 30s or so, I believe. It's been around for a very long time. Classic design. 6-shot cylinder. Also a double action, so you can actually pull, if you pull the trigger, it'll click back the hammer for you. Or you can pull it back to be preloaded. This is our final step against, ooh, don't do it, you have so much listen, sometimes the feds must be stopped. To teach these motherfuckers a Smith & Wesson, not in 1 grand on sub. Listen, we have to be, I can't believe he's actually revolver ocelot. Okay, hang on. I'm going to mute the stream. What happens next might be a little bit loud, so I'm gonna mute the stream so that you guys still keep the ASMR trend. Okay, I'll put on some background music for you. Give me 1 second. Things have gone a little out of hand. My apologies. Yeah, don't worry, we're good. Also, welcome in, Watchmakering. How's it going? Let's just get this stuff cleaned up. Sideways. So, as our situation has changed, I don't think we can stay in this house anymore. So, if you give me 1 second. Hydrochloric acid? Sideways, you say? Jesse, ready the tub. Just give me 1 second. I've got to go, and I'm going to take you guys with me. Let me just... Oh, God. Okay, just for a second, okay? Just for a second. Okay. Alright, guys. It's time to head off. Dead body is heavy? Just a little bit. Don't worry about it. Are you actually... Of course. Can't you hear the car? Can't you hear the car noises? Guys, we're going to the Philippines. Hang on. Let me, seatbelt. Save me that crumb for later. Hang on. Do you guys... Oh, speaking of, hang on. Can you guys hold the evidence? Ah! There we go. Yeah. Just don't get any fingerprints on it, okay? A short trip to Pinoy country. Just a short trip to the Philippines. Don't worry, this is the best BFE I've ever been to. Are you enjoying your Valentine's Day stream? Ladyboy Nation, here we go. Ooh, Hotwire's a car. His own, real, not fake. This is great. Okay, now remember, if we get pulled over, you didn't see anything, right? Any other streamer I would get banned for schizo ideas, but you and I are like, it's always a joy when someone with the same kind of ideas shows up. 1 second, I'm just looking through. I shouldn't do this while driving because I'm gonna get distracted, and that's probably not a good play. But I was trying to look through our Ponzi schemes. Unfortunately, there's blood all over them now, so how to hotwire a car we didn't get to that one yet. I already got pulled over by German police yesterday. They have my face. Oh no. Unfortunately, I think that means there's no hope for you. This is straight up ASMR roleplay. Gotcha. You fucking tricked us. Hang on, I got more evidence for you to hold on to. Because I certainly don't want these. It's not a roleplay. Look, you're in the car. You can see things happening. Stop the car. Shit. What the fuck's wrong with the car? Or maybe it's just the road. This is Ohio. Oh yeah, we have to escape Ohio. Which unfortunately means going to a less lawless land. I know I've consumed my fair share of kidnapping roleplays. Kidnapping? I don't know why you would ever imply this was a kidnapping roleplay. I'm not kidnapping none of you. You can leave. Well, okay. No, you can't leave whenever you want. You have witnessed terrible things, and you must continue on. So you can't leave yet. Bro, if one can't commit crimes in Ohio, where is the world? Is it safe? Shit, my dad needs to trade Pokemon. I'm gonna lurk. Oh, don't worry, I'll see you around, Chico. Come to Kentucky. The western coal fields are basically lawless. So I was going to say, we border West Virginia, which is probably the closest. Well, no, Kentucky is also an Ohio border, so not too far from where we need to head. Ohio, home of the world's largest hydrochloric acid cloud. Yeah, exactly. Nothing is illegal here. You can dump vinyl chloride directly into the river and get away with it. Don't worry about it, bro. Oh, I wish I had some snacks in this car, dude. I ain't got nothing. How's Mexico? Call Hans. Oh, now, Mexico might be the place to go away to. Though, that's a bit of a distance. Oi, oi. The Appalachians, we can live in the woods. That's true. In the woods. That's the real way. I'm glad we were able to get straight onto the interstate for maximum efficiency. I have a few acres you can camp out at. Hell yeah. But don't worry, I actually have a special place in mind. I guess we won't need these anymore, will we? Alright. We won't need our Ohio State patrols behind us. No, not yet. Somehow they haven't caught up. You guys can have that too. There's a blanket back there if you want it, by the way. Use the pizza tips to survive. The pizza tips could actually save us here. Maybe we should stop at a place. I could use some food. Maybe stop at a gas station or something. That might be worth it. It's 55 degrees outside. It is. It's pretty warm. Dude, what happened? Oh, Newtonia. You ducked out. Feds died, people cried. Now we're on the run. You're in it. You're in the back seat of the car. We're leaving. What is the blanket covered in? Yeah, no. It's just a jam spill. Don't worry, bro. Can you pick up some Kit Kats? Yeah, don't worry. I think I want a bag of some chips. How about some chips and maybe like some? People cried. Highly improbable. Hang on. Let's pull off at the stop here. It's a little gas station. I think we can. Cash purchases only. Don't worry, I have plenty of cash. I keep a stash of hundreds of dollars in my car just in case this occasion. This has actually happened before. Funny story. Actually, maybe I shouldn't tell that story because that would get me in even more trouble. Right now, we're gonna assume you didn't see anything. This is the greatest POV experience. I swear. Oh, yeah. Go to the Chinese embassy for safety. The Chinese embassy. Yeah, they'll be fine with Fed killing, so I'm sure they'd be okay with that. Okay, hang on. I'm coming up on the gas station right now. Let me pull in real fast. Sorry. We're heading back out now. The suspense. Banana for scale. I got us some snacks, guys. I'll leave those in the back seat so you can have some. You knew a guy who owned a fully functional rocket launcher? What the hell? What? Is that actually legal? Good job. An unmarked banana can't be traced. I swear. We can go to the Russian embassy and become war criminals. Hell yeah, normal Kentucky shit. I grew up in Appalachia, so I am well aware. Peeling the banana in your ear, ASMR. Let's go to Brazil. Nova, for not being Brazilian, you sure like Brazil. In fact, I can't name a single person who likes Brazil as much as Nova does without actually being from Brazil. Banana. I can't remember how long it is before we actually get to this place. Brazilian women are hot, so why not? It's a fair point. At least the stereotype says that. You have it wrong, Uwu. Brazilians hate Brazil the most. Is that the truth? Is that the sorry truth that I didn't realize from the very beginning? Yo, this banana goes pretty hard. You just cope about it. Could you say the same with any Latin American country, though? Or maybe Mexico actually slaps, I'm not really sure. I do know if you go there as an American, things are really cheap. Which is an advantage. Is that a banana in your pants? Also, why are you in your car? Fist, you missed the part. We're on the run from the government. They caught on to the stream, so we're heading out. We're driving away right now. How much could you blend in in an Amish community? Probably not very well. I don't look like an Amish person. There's the Hans Razor part of the stream. I don't know what that is. Also, clean your car. Shut the fuck up. I just bought snacks just for you. Fist, why don't you have a banana? I don't like bananas. Well, I got some chips there too. There's some Oreos in there behind the chips as well. Blood is hard to clean. True. You know, no normal functional member of society will ever find this stream. Don't worry, I mostly stream to VTuber viewers. No normal functioning members of society ever find my streams. Bananas are great. They are delicious. Blood is not easy to clean. Have you ever tried to get it out of something? I see everything, Banana Man. Ah, Toma. Welcome in. We're on the run from the feds right now. Sorry for being gross. I'm eating a banana. Some people like to eat for ASMR, but I actually don't like to. Because I think it's kind of disgusting. I love bananas. Newtonia's got the code cracked. After living with a kin disease for 14 years and leaving my blood everywhere, I know how to clean it. Oh, okay. Well, you're a specific expert in the field. The lifted F-350 behind you is me and Big Joe. Of course, it'd be on a lifted F-350. Do all 350s have dualies? I think they do. But maybe just the people that I know that have them have the dually because they want to pay 50% more whenever they have to switch their tires. For the uninitiated, a dually is a truck where the back wheels, there's two on each wheel. If that makes sense. I hate aggressive autocorrect. Phone autocorrect is pretty cool. Oh, dualies. If you see a Dodge Charger 90%, it's an undercover cop. Absolutely. Or a
or a person in the military who has decided to take out the worst interest rate on a car loan possible. More load distribution traction. Yes, they're very strong for pulling things, though most of the people I know that have them are not pulling very many things with them. Or it's stolen. Also a possibility. If it has... the fuck was that? If it has powerful overhead lights, then it's driver compensator. Oh, you're talking about light bars? Those do serve practical purpose. The light bar, if you're on like your own land and you're driving out in like the fields and stuff, very useful to have. For anything else, it's mostly for assholes. I have a flatbed. Ooh. Actual big truck. Oh wait, you said you drive trucks, so that makes sense. Actual commercial level truck. Yeah, not on the highway, it's not needed. That was a good banana. Usually use goosenecks. Oh yeah, if you're running 350, you can definitely run goosenecks. If you're running anything bigger, you can certainly. All that's missing is duct tape. Missing. I know it's around here somewhere. Oh, wait, where is my duct tape? In the shop? What, on, like, the car seat? The car seat's not in that bad condition. Come on. I hope you guys are buckled in. The wise man once said, never commit 2 crimes at once. So, you know, if you're not buckled in, then the feds are going to catch us for the lamest thing ever and then find the bodies. And that's not really what we want. Oh, maybe we should go over some more of the scams. We didn't get to go over every scam that we wanted to cover. At least don't leave loose ends. We don't have very many loose ends right now, but don't worry. I'll take care of them. I've done this before, you know. You could say I'm an expert in the Fed-busting field. Maybe I should stop at another place here in a second to clean out the back seat, because, good lord, I just have so much garbage back there. It'd be embarrassing if we're caught like this. What other scams do we even have? How to gamble and get away with it? I think that was the other one. The gambling one's pretty easy. We never got to the actual tax fraud. I can't believe the feds fucked up our tax fraud out too. How can I call this how to commit tax fraud if we didn't even commit the tax fraud yet? With how many people are in the car, I think there's 24 loose ends. Listen, I told you, I know how to cover up the loose ends. Have some faith. Have some faith in my abilities. It's glowing this place up. I count you into those. How long have we been on the road? It shouldn't take that long to get here. Has it really been that long? 1 second, let me text while driving. There's someone else that's a part of this scheme that we need to pull in. What do you mean glowy? What is this Ohio lingo? Mont, are you not familiar with the term glowy? Glowy is just any CIA, FBI agent, any government operative, basically. I can't believe he's pretending he doesn't know what glowy is because he's one of them. Mont, I'm sorry, you're going to be the first against the wall. I think it was... Who was the original person who came up with the term glowy? I think it was Terry Davis, the guy who made Temple OS. Glowy sounds gay as fuck. It's not gay. Terry Davis said the CIA agents would glow on camera. That was how, whenever they pulled off one of their scripted whatevers, they would know not to shoot the feds because they would glow. And he'd call them glowies, and the name is stuck. For anyone who's in the Fed busting business. Stupid truck, get out of my way. Fed detected. Glowy spotted. Don't even call me Glowy without saying no. I can't believe this. He used the glowy word without the no. In awe of your radiance today, brother. Don't use normal laundry detergent when watching your camo. It'll make it glow on NVGs. Yeah, that's why I only wash with soap that I make myself and mud. That's why I never wash my camo at all. I think women are glowies. They all avoid me when I'm wearing it. I do work for the CIA, but only for smuggling drug into the country. Ah, you're one of the crack inventors. Excellent. Hunting camo is really good camo through NVGs. Soap from people. Can you make soap from people? You make soap out of fat and lye, so technically you could make it from fat of person. I don't know about thermals though. I'll be honest, I don't know much about that. Germans did it in World War II. That's incredibly foul. Liposuction? I'm not sure all the ways that they actually do this. I know traditional soap is made by mixing oil and lye, and then emulsifying it, and then you pour it and it cools down. That is cold process. So also it's really funny that whenever you see some artsy fartsy bullshit soap that it's like, oh, we're artisan, we're cold process. Cold process is literally just the way you make soap. Everyone makes it cold process. It's like saying our chicken is from a bird. Like, oh, amazing. I use organic Laurel olive oil soap from Alpino. All right, Mr. Royalty. We can't all be this bougie. Though you can technically make soap from... Man, I never thought olive oil soap. That is definitely, like, a thing, because olive oil can be turned into it. Oil plus NaOH equals saponification. That's the word. And there's a byproduct of glycerin. That's the word. I might do a soap making stream in the future. I love how you could interpret my streams as being like cutesy craft streams, or you could interpret them as like aggressive prepper streams, depending on the frame of mind that you put it in. I live in Fort Tingu. My name is Toma Tingu. I start every morning with my rigorous workout routine. I do 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 lunges. 5-minute crafts, make soap out con weaves and have them smell like an expired one. Ew. I'm not making a soap out of weaves. 5-minute crafts, you more like 5-hour crafts. Watchmakering, don't do me like this, bro. It's already hard enough. This will be the shortest stream that I've ever done. Because eventually we will reach our destination, and then it'll be complete. They don't show full crafts on... Oh, of course they don't. If they showed full crafts, you would be able to figure out that they're faking half the crafts. You see, 5-minute crafts, it's 5-minute scams. They don't actually have anything like this. Who streams need the tag ADHD fuel? I don't know if I'm like insane enough to be ADHD fuel. Like, have you ever watched like Kaori Lupine streams? Those are ADHD fuel. Those are like, I get like a migraine watching them. Amazing skill on the part of like being an entertainer, but holy shit, they are insanely like, they are an ADHD catastrophe. There needs to be a Discord server where we can do our more devious creations. See, this is another reason why I don't have a Discord server, because I don't want to get purged by Discord and get a visit from the feds. I'm like, oh, I would love it to make it easier way for my viewers to show me things. But also, like, if you build something and want to show it, you can just link an image in chat. I do not block links because I'm not a coward. There are some VTubers I simply cannot watch because my brain is built differently and I can't process the hyperactivity. That's what Kaori is for me. I cannot handle that level of insanity. It's like, there's like 200 GIFs playing on screen at any given time. She's switching topics every 3 seconds. It is the most like mind bent I've ever been trying to watch something. Want to exchange explosive recipes on Discord? Genie? Yo, you want to do some explosive recipe exchange? Perhaps. I love Maxor style chubas. Who is Maxor? Can we listen to this song? I'm gonna probably say no, but I'm gonna open it because I'm curious what this is. What is this? Yeah. Let me put it on the car stereo real fast, okay? Here it is. You'll never look at the garden aisle the same ever again. A Fed joins the server and gets outed by not knowing the gamer vocabulary. Some recipes online are fake and made to harm you in the cooking process. That's actually kind of true. I've come across some truly foul creations in my day. Oh yeah, sorry. My car is very old. My car is very old. It's a Chevy Suburban from 2000. All the speakers on the left side don't work anymore. I'm really sorry. I tried to add an aux cord years ago and it didn't really work. Oh, one second. Let me just text and drive again. Mm-hmm. 7 years ago today. What is this? What the hell is this watchmaking? Is this your meth you're creating that you were telling me about? No, I'm just kidding. Maybe next time do DIY on your car. Purple. What is it? Skiro, bruh. What is this? Shit's so purple, it should be asking where's Ronald. Damn it, Shady. Isopropyl lithium with a lithium chloride. Why? Wait, why were you making that? Did you make it with... Well, no, I don't know anything about chemistry. I don't know why you would make that. I swear, sometimes you guys are funnier than I am, I swear. Isopropyl alcohol? Isopropyl chloride. So it is from the alcohol. I was going to ask that, and then I was like, I don't know if isopropyl is the chemical, or if it's like... if it's something else. Oh, let me put on this old CD. This is a banger. Yeah. This is the crusty CD from the back of the case. Oh, plus lithium metal. There's a second version. It's called Beat My Wife 2. Amazing. Man, I wish I could get my stereo working proper so we can enjoy Beat My Wife in full stereo. Unfortunately, this thing's been busted for years now. I think I've talked about it on stream before. Let's see where we're actually going. I check Google Maps real fast. Okay, we're getting close. I'd say we're about 15-20 minutes from our destination. And then we'll be free at last. It won't be too much longer. Might actually stop at another gas station. I gotta take a piss. I've got to piss. Speaking of, where's that water? I'm glad I remembered to bring water when I was packing up everything from this stream. I need my own lab, hell yeah. Don't worry, I'll do, my next ASMR stream will be ASMR making meth with Yuwu. Need to get me a wife. Don't say that. Ooh, why do you have a pistol on your holster? Because sometimes the situations get spicy. That reminds me, I should probably dispose of those spent rounds. Okay, hang on. I'm turning this off. Let's see what else. And why are you driving in the middle of nowhere? We're driving. We actually have. We've left the main interstate, but don't worry, it's all good. I know a place. Where I can hide, where we can hide, and not get caught by the feds. I've hid here before, and they weren't able to track me, which means it must not be in my name, because if they could have tracked me the previous time, I'm pretty sure they would have done it. Luckily, they weren't able to get me, so we have a little bit of extra time. There's a few more before we have to start worrying about not being able to find. Have you brought a shovel? I have enough tools in the back, I think, for the job here. Don't worry about it. You recommend reusing spots that worked before? I don't know if it's the best tactic, but here's the thing. No one knows that this property is in my name. It was originally willed to an uncle who actually didn't exist because they had died years prior, and we decided to bury them in the yard, and we didn't file a death certificate. So then when Grandpa died and he officially willed the property to them, he wasn't actually there to take it, so I took the deed and then gave it to a friend who is the one that actually manages it and pays taxes on it. And that friend doesn't have any ties to me, but I still have rights to the land. So, fear not. This is completely separate from me, and we'll be fine. And then game was reprogrammed. We're gonna like Lord Mont dig his own grave. Why would I do that to Mont? Why would I do that to any... Kentucky gonna have to bury me next to that dead joke. Mont is gonna go ape shit. He's tired of the spin jokes. When are we? Let's see. It can't be that much longer by now. Can't be that much longer now. Listen, ooh, I know the cult commune that can help you. Ooh, don't try to get me. I've already been snagged by the Children of God cult, and they started pulling out the weird shit, and then I got into that Jonestown bullshit. I'm staying clear of that stuff for now. Sorry, Mont. Might want to take a walk once we get there. For the uninitiated, the Children of God called. I've played their song before. Hang on, I've got it on a CD in this car. Let me see if I can pull it up real fast. Let's see. Search through. Where's that CD at? Also getting out my water bottle here. Let's see. Here we go. This is a banger. I used to have this as my starting soon screen. Okay, I'm back. Have I missed anything? Oh yeah, no, don't worry. We're just traveling. We did stop at a gas station and get some food. I think that's the only thing you've missed. I know, cult, that you might want to join. We believe in Daddy Cthulhu and his tentacles. Oh, do you also go on Reddit r/atheism, fellow Redditor? Would you care to tip your fedora out? I'm just messing with you. I do remember, it was like a decade ago when people would be like, haha, flying Cthulhu called haha spaghetti monster, and it's like, it's so outdated now. Those jokes just make me cringe. I think I've been overexposed to the internet because it's not actually that bad. My cult is about making fans forever sleep. Will gas station have bananas? You've never been to a gas station in Ohio. Wait, you actually are in Ohio. What the fuck? How have you never had bananas in a gas station? If you go to the gas stations that are in the middle of nowhere, they sell everything. You can get a bag of flour. It's like Great Value brand because they just literally went to Walmart and brought it here. But you can get like bananas and oranges and apples and stuff. Like very basic grocery stuff. They have like, 2 of each thing. I use Reddit. I never mentioned Pastafarianism. I know, but Cthulhu mentions are one of the harbingers of Pastafarians. I know, I'm just giving you shit machine. I haven't driven much in Ohio. Only 500 miles. You can circumvent Ohio in that. Tentacles are actually... Don't say another word. Don't say another word. Silence, Splatoon player. That's like 2 tanks, so 2 gas stations. Thighs are hot. I mean, that's pretty non-arguable, I think. Tentacles are for me like those yaoi hands. Get out of here. This is why I didn't do a traditional Valentine's Day stream. Boy. Okay, but think about the head. Ooh. What the fuck? What do you mean the head? I'm surprised they managed to lose. How are you surprised about that literally at all? It's like, it's about tentacle people. Like, this was a creation that was that you knew this would happen to inevitably. As literally 20-something-year-old pop stars, the fuck you talking about it? Shaman, no. Shadman, yes. Dude, is Shadman still making stuff? I know he was like a big thing back in the day. I don't know what he's doing now. I say a big thing. He was infamous back in the day. Oh, by the way, we're listening... Wait, what the fuck? Where's the rest of my Family International? Hang on. Let me, 1 second. I'm driving and texting again. I know it's bad. I don't really want to commit crimes, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. He's in jail? Wait, is he legitimate? He actually got arrested? Did he get arrested for creating, like, cursed art? Or did he get arrested for, like, some completely unrelated thing? He is? Are you kidding me? I did not know this. Oh, it was assault. Okay, so it was something completely unrelated. He just happened to also make, cursed art. Good. He's... Yeah. Farewell, Shadman. No longer can you curse us with your creations. I wonder what made him, like, the infamous one. By the way, the photo of him is his friend. Oh, it's not actually him. Living the beat the wife meta, I see. Cursed is a funny way to say Nazi shit. I don't think I knew about that. I just knew about him looting pop culture characters and, like, celebrities. That's what I know him for. I am not deep in the Shadman lore. I only know him as meme status. Yeah, that sounds about right. I didn't know about the Nazi stuff. Also love Cthulhu, unironically. Redditor spotted. Shame him. No, I'm just kidding. Don't actually do that. Nova's a cool guy. Making bombs in Minecraft is better. Look, I asked some streamer friends for advice on doing a parody pipe bomb making stream, and they said that one might actually get my channel banned, so I decided not to do it. Shame, I don't Reddit. OMG, Lee Redditor spotted? OMG, did you know the narwhal bacons? Haha, I am a Redditor, I know the cool Reddit lingos. Also, doesn't Reddit have NFTs now, by the way? Speaking of scams, we were talking about crypto scams earlier. I think Reddit actively participated in NFT scams. Yes, they do. Yeah, you can get your little Reddit avatar. You can put like, you know, if you want the one with the gay flag next to him, you gotta pay like 50 real dollars. Oh no, Twitter as well. Twitter's kind of dropped it. I've not seen a hexagon profile pic in a while. But that's true, they did. Every big company tried to jump on NFTs. What a piece of shit. I've been cursed to see actual Discord mod stereotypes, but they weren't acting. I have also seen Discord mods that act like the Discord mod stereotypes that everyone knows about. Still around, but nobody uses it. Ah, I see. I can show you my DMs from Twitter. Stupid fuck. Okay, are you getting that one that's like, go to adams.com or whatever? I've been getting that stupid DM from everyone under the sun for the last several weeks. Every time I'm like, oh, who was trying to send me a DM? I actually missed a legitimate DM that was like a nice DM from someone because I just assumed it was Bitcoin scam DMing me. I want to share my schizo memes somewhere. Sorry, I don't have a containment board. Not yet. You'll have to share your schizo memes elsewhere. Before the schizo memes came in real time, come to this channel at Udo at twitch.tv. I missed the doc pics. Doc pics? Is that an autocorrect? I like the idea that someone, instead of sending you dick pics, would send you pictures of docs. I don't think that's a thing, but it would be hilarious. But dick. Man, that's a lot less funny. That's kind of more expected, though. Oi, oi. Nice dick. Bro, can you send me some dick pics? I could go to the village nearby and take pics of the dock there to send you. Excellent. Then I can make a joke about dock pics. I'll be honest, your name made me not have high expectations, but damn did you surprise me. Ah, Kentucky guy, that's the secret. It's like Iceland and Greenland. They named the icy one Greenland and the green one Iceland so that people wouldn't want to go there. My name is cringe, but the content is based, baby. The fuck? I'm getting passed by an amber lamps. Shit. I think the cops are on us. What the fuck? Keep your head down. Why is that guy so much faster than I am? What the shit? I need his car to outrun the... Okay, wait, the cops are chasing someone else. Okay, it's fine, we're good. I activated Amber Alert. No. What, for yourself? It's not a kidnapping. You're my friend. You're coming with me. You also cannot leave. Do not leave the car. Aye. Ooh, listen, bro. You think you need to do this, but you don't need to do this. We won't bark, we swear. No, don't worry, okay? I know how to take care of it. I've done this before. I'm well experienced in the field. I have friends. Who? Listen, we're just going to a farm out in the country. My uncle's farm. We'll stay there for a few weeks till everything settles down a little bit, and then we'll be good. Seems federal. I like this Kentucky guy. He's able to suss out the feds pretty easily. I've always wanted friends. Aw, Nova. It's okay. You're my friend. For now. Banana. Ah, chicken coop. Welcome back. I ate that banana earlier. Oh, I really want the other banana. Let me see if I can... Maybe I can stretch to the back here. I'll grab the chips. Tostitos. How many bits for peel? To eat the peel? 1,000 bits to eat the peel. There's no taste to peel, it's easy. Yeah, it doesn't actually taste that bitter. Hey, you guys want a chip? Here, I'll throw you one. That landed perfectly on that banana peel. Oh, I wish I had some salsa. Why did I get the plain chips? I got some Oreos back there, too. You guys can dig into those if you want. Chicken coop. Chicken coop. Why would you... Well, thank you so much for this. But why would you do this to me? You said it. I know. I can't go back. You thinking the massive American Kentucky flag while I'm on the truck is like, go away. There we go. I got the banana. Or do you want me to just eat the peel? Actually, hang on. Just a thought. It's making me... I see a healthy looking banana and that baby is going down a gullet. No, eat it whole. Okay. Eat the stem. This is supposed to be ASMR. But I'm coughing into the microphone. No balls. You won't just eat the peel. Yes, I will. How do I even prove this? I guess I'll hold it. Because for the uninitiated, I don't show my face. I can't show myself shoveling this in. You're just going to have to trust me. Oh. Ugh. The peel has no taste, he says. He says the peel has no taste. He lies to us. Precious, he lies. That black end on the banana is so bad. Oh. Why is this so bad? I thought this would be easier. I got paid $3 to eat a raw egg, and I was thinking that was gonna be worse, but it's not. That was actually fine. This. Maybe my banana peel is covered in asbestos because this thing tastes like shit. It's where the cyanide's stored. Oh. There's something deeply unsettling about that. I got paid $1 to eat an apple that got ran over by an excavator. Ah, a fellow dumb bet taker. I'm washing this down with some chip. Good lord, the texture is so bad. Hang on. Let me see if I can reach back. It's been bit. I hope you guys are able to see that. I'm not gay, but 20, not that kind of bet. No homo, bro. I feel like eating it. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oranges are more annoying. The juice would like squish everywhere. That would be more annoying. Why are you like this? I was wearing socks. It's okay. The balls did not touch. Out of my way, straight boy. I'm about to get it. Eating a lemon whole. Another 1,000 bits to eat a lemon whole. I've got an ace up my sleeve for the lemon. I've done it before. It's not as hard. My lemons are not that big. I don't have any lemons in the car. I'll have to stop at another gas station to get some. Lick your car tire for 100. The fuck? No, that's not a lime. They're actual lemons. No, we're running. Oh, that fucking sound. It was from the stereo. I'm actually dumb. I'm actually dumb. Also, Nanodon, welcome. Oh my god, this is so bad. It's so hard to reach to the back seat. This is like the worst thing I've ever tried to eat, dude. Not the worst, but it is not good. There's something, the texture of the outside of the banana peel is so bad. I swear, man. Where are you going? We're escaping the feds, Nanodon. This is originally a How To Tax Evasion stream. But we got outed by the cops, so we're heading out now. Welcome to my car. Oh, flavorless. Flavorless, you say? Shut the fuck up. That tastes awful. That tastes so bad, dude. Oh, that is not flavorless. That tastes awful. How could you do this to me? He believed misinformation. You're overdramatic. I got paid 1,000 bits for this. You're paying me to act. Though you're right. I am being dramatic. I'm eating another chip. Don't pull out your... Why would I do that, Nova? I know that you're a weirdo pervert, but I don't know what you're thinking here. The chips cover up the terrible taste of banana. I still have like half of the banana to go. Don't say that. I have literally half this thing left. Those noises are the true ASMR experience. Here's another, a little... You said it had brown on it? Yeah, it has a little brown on it. I mean, you guys saw the banana. It was in front of the camera. Ugh. Alright. I'm accidentally choking myself because I'm trying to eat as much in one bite as possible so I have less to eat. But I think I'm being stupid. I knew you guys were lying about the unbitter banana. Newtonia calling you out. Get a better gag reflex. I'm not gay enough for that, Nova. Yeah, the peel just tastes awful. That's just all there is to it. I like banana peels. You're out of your damn mind. What? You're crazy. I will never do this. You haven't... Okay, yeah, I did realize pretty early on. Bro, wait. Koneko hasn't had time to dry yet. Come on, son. It takes a little bit. Okay, we are like minutes away right now. Sorry, Uwu, but because of this peel, your liver's gonna explode. Oh, something's gonna explode, alright. I think this might be the worst content I've ever made. I'm sitting here eating this banana into the microphone disgustingly. I'm suffering. No, don't worry. Newtonia's not a Fed. I've known him through many other crime sprees. If he was a Fed, he would have revealed himself by now. Okay, one more big bite. Do you think I'm a Fed? Perhaps. It might be a little too obvious. Banana peels are used for water purification. We're 70% water. Damn, I'm 70% pure now. Hell yeah. There's the end. That was disgusting. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, Chicken Coop Enjoyer. No Fed would this be? I don't know, bro. Most insurgent groups are like 90% Feds, so I believe it. Alright, guys. Guys. I think we're here. Let's turn off the radio. Yeah. We've made it. We made it.
That's a good point. Okay, 1 second. How to spot a Fed. If they play War Thunder, they aren't Fed. War Thunder leaks are crazy, bro. Alright. Get out of the car. Yeah. Don't worry. Don't worry. You can trust me. Step out. Step out right over here. Yeah, we made it to the land. Guys, we made it. Yeah. Yeah, the house is just around the corner. But, we have a few things to take care of first. Where's the bunker? Don't worry. It's just around the corner, bro. I want you guys to look into the sunset. It's real pretty tonight. One second. Let me just get something squared away. Alright. Now, I did say this was a safe spot for us, but I may have lied a little bit. You see, I gotta tie up the loose ends somehow, and you guys are a little too much of a liability. No. Don't worry, Chicos. It was not. No, Newtonia. No. Shh. Quiet. It's fine. Don't worry about it. This was a great time. Thank you all for coming with me on this tax evasion journey. But unfortunately, I won't be seeing you around. Sorry, I had to do it to him.